Hey everyone, this is Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I'm so glad that you're joining me. And I just wanted to continue and complete my three-part series of Confessions of a Goodie Two Shoes. Okay, so let's get business done first. If anybody wants to look for this, this is a tray organizer. You can put your trays in. I have a video of my unboxing of this. Feel free to check it out. Also, the link down below in the description for the Etsy shop. These are wonderful, and if you want to see the unboxing, check out the eye right here. She has a square and a round, and she has multiple colors. Everyone asked me, these are Harbor Freight. The description's down below. It comes with 24 individually containers inside. So that's that. These little guys are my cover minders. I have an elephant, and I have a dragon, and these can also, there's a link down below for where you can purchase those. So, and this is my 4 abstract trees. This was purchased from DP Miss, and the link is down below. It's a 40 by 50, and I can't remember how many colors it has, but a lot. And I think that's it. So let's get down to business on who, what, where, when, and why I am crazy. So I wanted to start out by sharing a story that I shared in my lives, but some people don't watch my lives. So I hope that you will enjoy this. If you've already heard it, feel free to speed up a little bit. Otherwise, laugh along with me again. So, when I was about 5 or 6, we loved in the summers to go to the drive-in movies. And usually the drive-in down the street, sorry, I'm trying to organize what I want to work on here. The drive-in down the street had movie, like the kids movies, so G or PG at the beginning, and then they would have like a half-hour to hour break, and then they would have an adult movie like a PG-13 or rated R. And so what my parents would do is we'd all go together, we'd watch the first movie, and then my sister and I would fall asleep in the back, and they would watch their movie. So I don't know what movie we went and saw. I know we saw like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I know we saw a couple other movies there. But I was about 5, and between the 2 movies, they would have commercials for the concession. And one of the commercials was about drinking and driving. And so they were talking about don't drink and drive. Well, you know, commercials, because they have to be short, they don't put all the information in. They figure that you will incorporate your already known knowledge into their advertising. So all adults know when they talk about drinking and driving what it means. Okay, I'm gonna get bright here. Light pad. So we watched the movie. My parents take a break to go get popcorn or something from the concession. We get all cuddled up in the back seat and get ready to go to sleep, but my sister and I are watching the commercials until my parents get back. And this was one of the commercials, not to drink and drive. So fast forward, a week or 2, not sure how long, my dad and I were going to go somewhere, so I get in the car, and he puts a Pepsi in the front cup holder, and he likes his Pepsi very cold, and so he also had an empty cup with some ice in it, and he said, just a second, I forgot something in the house, and he went back into the house. My little mind goes into overdrive that my dad is about to what? Drink and drive. You guys see where this is going? So he had opened his Pepsi and went into the house, and I take his Pepsi and I pour it out. So he comes back, I pour it out the window. He comes back, he starts up the car, he goes to pour his Pepsi into his cup, and there is no Pepsi in the can. And he was like, what just happened? Like, I don't know. So he thinks he's going crazy. I don't know what he's thinking. He goes back into the house, gets another can of Pepsi, brings it back out, goes to pour it in, and I immediately, after he's done pouring, take the cup and pour it out the window. And he's like, what are you doing? He was so mad. He was just like, what the heck are you doing? And I was like, Dad, you are not allowed to drink and drive. Like, that is illegal. I don't want you to get pulled over. And he just like paused and then bursted out laughing. My little mind thought you literally could not drink any beverage while you were driving, and that was illegal. And I was saving my dad from being arrested from drinking a Pepsi. So, needless to say, at the age of 5, he taught me what drinking and driving was, what alcohol was, and he gave me a little story as to why it affects you, why you shouldn't be drinking. And then I was like, oh, okay. So, that was me trying to be a goody two-shoe and make sure my dad didn't get arrested or kill us from drinking and driving. All right, fast forward to my college years. I was rooming with my best friend sophomore year, and we had these freshman suite mates. So our dorms were kind of like, here's your 2 rooms, and then in between was the bathroom, and there were 2 doors, one on each side, that led into the bathroom. And so your suite mates were kind of like roommates. You shared a bathroom. Well, these 2 freshmen were just not very nice, and we just stayed to ourselves. But over the course of the semester, they decided it would be really fun to harass us and bully us. And they would do horrible, horrible things. And we ended up, they had their friends. I had a night class. They had their guy friends stalking us and scaring us on our way back from night class. We thought we were going to die. They just, it wasn't fun and games anymore. They literally wanted to hurt us. And there was this huge college board meeting, and we had to testify, and one girl got kicked out of the school and the other girl got suspended and could come back the next semester because she was remorseful. We ended up having to move out for a couple days while this was all going on because the harassment was too much, and they had to put special locks on our doors, and it was nasty. So, but while this was going on, I was madder than a hornet because I'm like, this is crazy. I just am here to have fun and get a good education, and I don't need this added extra stress in my life. And so, this is really bad. I hope they're not out there watching. They probably don't know me. But I decided one day when I had to clean the bathroom that I would clean the bathroom with their toothbrushes. Yeah, guys. I decided to clean the bathroom. The toilet, the sink, you name it. I used their toothbrushes. That bathroom was spick and span. And then I put the toothbrushes back into their little containers that they had under the sink. And I told my roommate what I did. I had proof of a photo just so that I could, you know, tell the story and be legit. And my roommate and I died laughing that night when they came home late and went into the bathroom and started brushing their teeth. Like, we couldn't contain ourselves. Now, granted, because I did that, I was fearful that they were doing stupid stuff like that too. And so my roommate and I had already pulled in a lot of the stuff that we would use, like our toothbrushes and everything, and we had them in our room locked up. And I think I went out and bought a new toothbrush just to make sure. I don't know. But it was bad, and I just felt like I needed to do something for revenge. I felt like I was dying inside, and they were so cruel and so mean. Like, we lived on the first floor, and they would have their guy friends come and just bang on our window and yell at us, and the smoking lot was like 50 yards from us, but their guy friends would come and smoke right outside our window. They knew we were allergic, and so we would just wait, and we didn't know because we were sleeping, and we had to have the windows open because there was no air, and we would just wake up and be so sick and nauseous, and our eyes were all swollen, and I don't know. That was like the stuff I can tell you about. There is some other stuff too. So, yeah, that's I'm not a very revengeful person, but when I don't know, I just really, when somebody doesn't respect me and I do everything in my power to be the best person I can be to that person, I get really upset. So that was my behind the scenes revenge. So watch your toothbrushes when I come and visit you. No, you should have nothing to worry about, because if I visit you, that means we're friends. And if we're friends, I don't need revenge, right? So that was a little bit of a wicked side in me. There was something else. Oh, in 7th or 8th grade, I had a really good friend named Chrissy, and she came over the night before April Fool's. So what is that, March 31st? March, April, yeah. And so she was spending the night, and we decided that we were going to April Fool's my mom. And so we went through the whole house and thought of things that we could do. So we had a refrigerator where the ice maker is in the door. And so what happened is the ice would fall from the inside the freezer into the door and then into your cup. So we decided we put a bunch of bouncy balls in the little empty area in the door. So when my mom went to do the ice, her cup would be full of bouncy balls. My mom also was part of interior design. I forget what, I think it's interior designs back in the 80s. Home interior, I don't know. But it was kind of like a Pampered Chef, but for home interior decorating stuff. So she had won awards and had lots of these different paintings. And so we went through the whole house and rearranged all the paintings. So the dining room had the living room had the dining room, different things like that. I'm telling you, we had a blast for hours working on the different things that we did. And then my mom, the whole morning, got so livid. She was finally like, that's enough. You guys need to go through this house and take everything that you did, because I am so tired of finding all this stuff. I think it was a little too much because everything she did was an April Fool's joke. So, yeah, that was crazy. Crazy, crazy. I'm trying to think of any confessions I have in a major adulthood, I think I try to be pretty good, especially since, you know, I have a kid. I can't think of anything that's over the top that would interest you guys, so. But I will say there are times that I want to do things. I know one prank we wanted to do on a coworker recently was go into her calendar and set up all these appointments, but the appointments be like in Paris, France, or in Belgium, or different places like that. But that never happened. I have access to view her calendar. I don't have access to put things in it, so. Not much else on my Goodie Two Shoe. I mean, it's kind of lame, isn't it? But I'll keep you guys updated and posted, I promise, on the different things that I may or may not be doing. Yeah. So I would like to hear from you. I've really enjoyed reading some of the comments on the different things that you guys have done that are a little bit on the, oh, what do you call it? It's not promiscuous, on the devious side. You know, just having some fun with life. I'd love to hear from you, see what's going on. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on using this 3-placer, but it's not working. So yeah, that concludes my Goodie Two Shoes series. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys understand that I truly am a Goodie Two Shoes. I don't have much to confess about. You know, I think I've cheated once in my life and I got caught. I was so remorseful. I couldn't sleep for days. So embarrassing. I never really get drunk. I think I go over the speed limit on highways. I kind of have pet peeves though with driving. Change of subject. I have a pet peeve of people who do not use their turn signals. Are any of you guilty of that? I mean, seriously. People who like just come into my lane and I don't even know it. It's like, why don't you do a turn signal? I can't read your mind. It would be really nice to know if I'm going to crash into you or not. But yeah. So please, when you're out there, use your turn signal. I know, totally left field. Crazy note to end on, but I just want to thank everybody for all of their love and their support. Thank you for hanging out with me during this video. If you want to see or hear other silly antics, feel free to check out my other videos on Confessions of a Goodie Two Shoe. I do know it is misspelled. I did that on purpose because I didn't want to come across as a Goodie Two Shoe. So thank you so much, and I love you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more videos, subscribe or hit the bell. It'll notify you when my next video goes up. So until next time, be blessed and have a great day.